Hi, Annalisa Six here with your 2023 horoscope for the sign of Leo for the month of February, sun and rising sign. I got really distracted with my dog as I was hitting the record button, and my hair is caught in my necklace, and I've got like some weird thing going on. My French bulldog is right here sticking his face in my crotch. So I don't want to give you any wrong ideas, but he just came up to me and stuck it in there. Why are you being so crazy? You are so cute. They're feeling very neglected today because I have been recording videos and I was running errands and they haven't had their needs met. But let's get into the Leo horoscope. I am starting to feel really frazzled, and so I apologize in advance for being a little bit all over the place while I massage my dog's ears. I have this new sweatsuit that is for the Lady of Leisure lifestyle, the cheetah print. It's by Aviator Nation. It's part of their Wild collection. I felt like it was perfect for the Leo aesthetic. All right, I'm sorry. I'm really distracted. I'm just going to get right into it. Let's go. So, as a Leo myself, it's always hard for me to do the Leo horoscope because I can't help but bring what's been happening to me into the equation or the story. But I will say I was kind of laughing a little bit when I saw some of this stuff because just of how congruent it feels. But we're in Aquarius season now, and so that's the opposite sign of Leo. So Leo is fixed fire, Aquarius is fixed air. They are the opposing forces. And so I talked a little bit about this in the February 2023 synopsis that I did on just the general astrology for the month, and was saying that sometimes when we're in the season that is opposite our sun sign, it can be a little difficult for us unless we have energy in our chart that's also that sign. So I'm a Leo. I don't have a lot of Aquarius energy in my chart. I have my North Node in Aquarius, but nothing else, which basically means I need to work on integrating more Aquarius into my life. And so when Aquarius season happens, it's winter. I tend to have a lot of seasonal depression because of, when it's dark out and kind of gloomy, it makes me, my Leo sun likes to chase the sun. And so I actually moved to Southern California so that I could have the sun year round. It's helped my seasonal depression a lot, but it doesn't change the fact that astrologically we're still experiencing this Aquarius energy that's opposite. And sometimes that can feel good, like there's an integration happening and that it's balancing us out. Sometimes it can make us feel incredibly imbalanced if opposition is threatening to us. And when I was younger, it really was. When I was younger, opposition felt like a threat. And now that I'm older and I realize that opposition is a chance for integration of the polarity, it's actually a really positive time for me. And so the themes for Aquarius, for a Leo rising individual, and for the horoscope chart have a lot to do with integrating our significant other. It's the area that rules partnership, whether that's best friends, business partnership, or romantic partners. And I was laughing when I saw that because I definitely feel like I'm already very romantic and codependent with my husband in a way that works for us. Like, I think we spend a lot of time apart. We're very autonomous, but we enjoy being with each other and we enjoy spending time together. And I do feel like we've been extra lovey-dovey lately. And so that's where the sun in Aquarius is hitting the horoscope chart. It's bringing vitality and energy to the house that rules relationship in that way. And so for Leo, if you're feeling extra needy, extra desire to be codependent, extra a need to kind of partner up, that's elevated in Aquarius season for us in the horoscope. The other thing that's happening right now for the Leo individual is Mercury has been in Capricorn for quite some time. And where that hits in the horoscope chart is the area that has to do with our health and our daily routine. And I am definitely going to make this about myself, I realized, and I apologize in advance, but my hope is that my anecdotal stories help lend some insight to you, Leo, sun or rising, or make you feel validated in what you've been feeling. So we entered the year with Mercury retrograde in Capricorn in the area of the Leo horoscope that has to do with health and daily routine. And I don't know about you, but I was not ready for New Year's resolutions at the beginning of January. And thanks to being an astrologer, I knew that I was supported in that and did not need to set myself up for failure. And so I didn't. I do a cleanse every month, and I didn't do one for November or December because I wanted to just indulge over the holidays. And I actually started the month out with the Mercury and Mars retrograde of January, having some really awful flare-ups in my body that I think had to do with the way that I ate. And I have a health issue. I'm pretty sure I have fibromyalgia. And so I think everything that I did over the holidays just kind of compounded. And then at the beginning of the month, it was just bad. It was just like, I'm out. Like I had really bad inflammation in my body. Then my back injury flared up and I couldn't walk properly for 2.5 days. And this was all during the retrograde. So my point in bringing this up is Mercury in Capricorn was retrograde in the horoscope chart for the area of health. And so that really influenced me negatively. And what it did was it made me reevaluate my daily routine and the things that I do on a regular basis that promote good or poor health. And I had already made it up in my mind as an astrologer that I wasn't going to set myself up for failure. And so I wasn't going to do a cleanse until that new moon in Aquarius hit on the 21st, because I just knew, I was like, the energy is just going to be so much better. We're not going to have any more retrograde planets. And it's going to be the time to do it. And sure enough, it was. By the 21st, I was ready. I was ready to cleanse, ready to rein all of my bad holiday eating stuff in, didn't want to eat like shit anymore, wanted to just put good things in my body. And so I'm actually on day 8 of my cleanse right now. And before my cleanse, I also had all these breakouts. I'm really prone to cystic acne when my health is off. And this whole part of my chin, up here in my cheeks, all around my nose, just like everywhere was breaking out so bad. I have makeup on right now, and if I didn't have makeup, you might still see a little bit of like kind of spots from that. But yeah, it was just awful. And literally within 4 days, my cleanse, it's all clearing up. The pain that I was feeling in my face from where things were like coming out, gone, all of it. And so Mercury being direct in that area of the chart, the 6th house of the horoscope chart for Leo, promotes and supports getting a daily routine and a structure. And could I have done it while Mercury was retrograde? Totally. But would it have been so much harder? Would it felt like a punishment and painstaking? Probably. I wasn't ready to do it. I didn't want to. And so I use astrology in that way to kind of support to do things when the energy is supported. And so we're entering February with more of that theme for now. And so the first week up until the 11th, it's a great time for us to get systems in place and daily routines that are structured in alignment with good health. And so I'm really excited that I followed that because it's working. And I also feel like tomorrow is my last day of my cleanse. And then I have this little period to continue to set up some structures for myself that are going to help carry me into the month, even after Mercury leaves that area of the chart. I also am starting to work with a nutrition coach, nutritionist, who reached out to me. And I felt a little odd about whether or not I was ready to say yes to something like that. But by that new moon, I was like feeling it. And so that was a shift for me. I wasn't feeling open-minded to getting help with my nutrition until that new moon. And so I'm starting February out working with her. And that's also really good for that placement of Mercury in the Leo horoscope chart. And so health, wellness, daily routines, all super good things for the Leo person to be focusing and getting in order before Mercury leaves on the 11th. So when Mercury leaves on the 11th, it's going to enter Aquarius. It's going to be in Aquarius for the rest of February. And that is, again, in that relationship area of the chart that the sun is in right now. And so a lot of the communication and working out communication dynamics within your close personal relationships, big theme for the end of February. Venus in Pisces is influencing the area of the Leo rising chart that has to do with relationships as well, but especially around shared resources, money, income, sex, and also just how you kind of connect with your partner on those themes. My husband is Leo rising with a Venus in Pisces, and so I can't help but think about him in this way. But I was laughing when I saw Venus in Pisces influencing that part of the chart too, because Pisces is a water sign. And I went into we're at the early degrees of Pisces still. And this morning, we have 2 different bathrooms with 2 different showers, and I don't usually shower in the mornings. I shower at night. My husband showers in the mornings. And if I want to shower in the morning, I sometimes feel bad using more water. And so, like in the morning. And sometimes he'll use all the hot water. So that's another thing too. So sometimes I'll just hop in the shower with him because it's fun and cute and romantic. And I don't do it that often, but I've been wanting to do it more. And I'm realizing that my desire to do it has been in succession with Venus entering Pisces. So I think that might have something to do with it. But I crawled into the bath with him and just laid on top of him and we were laughing and it was fun. So Venus and Pisces might have you feeling more playful, more romantic, more like needing that kind of connection in that way. Might also, because of where it's passing in the chart, raise the libido. You might be feeling more sexual and needing your sexual needs met. And also it's a really good time for working out financial stuff with anybody that you're in a shared resource situation with, whether it's family, roommates, significant other, marriage partner, all that kind of stuff. So that's really positive for the first half of February. And then at the end of February, Venus will enter Aries. And this is actually a really good time to focus on modeling the things that you say you believe, because it's going to be entering that area of beliefs and religion, spirituality. You also may feel like you want to travel or get out of town with Venus entering that area. So this is also a good time to think about doing that. But yeah, thinking of kind of what your beliefs are and whether or not you're living in alignment with them is a big theme there. Mars is still passing through Gemini for the month of February. It's going to be going 10 through 18 degrees. And so where that is influencing the Leo chart and has been influencing the Leo chart is the area of community and how you feel connected to your community and you show up for it. I'm still kind of waiting for my community to feel solidified here. I have a lot of community here whom I absolutely love and adore, but I don't feel like I really connect with people or see them that often. And that is something that I kind of want to work on cultivating more still for the year. And now that Mars is direct, us as Leos are supported more in that with it being direct. So it's possible that February is a lot more social of a month. I can say the first week of February for me is probably one of the more social weeks I've had in a really long time. So that feels true for me. Hopefully it feels true for you in a positive way as well. Jupiter is passing through Aries for the whole month of February from 6 degrees through 11 degrees. And again, this is the area of the Leo horoscope chart that has to do with our values, our belief systems, and the way that we connect to the world in the cultural way. And again, we might feel the urge to travel or expand our worldview in some way. We might be more open to practicing some different spiritual modalities during this time, especially when Pisces season hits. So those are some big themes for us. I've said this in every video so far. I'm not going to get into the outer planets. I went over them a little bit in the February synopsis video. So watch that if you want more on the outer planets for the month. I will talk about the full and new moon. So on February 5th, we have a full moon in our sign of Leo that happens every Aquarius season. It's going to be at 16 degrees Leo. And so this is a great time for us to set intentions around our way that we're putting ourselves out into the world. All things Leo, whatever that means to you, set intentions around cultivating more confidence and strength around who you are and how you express yourself. I already, we're on that ingress towards that full moon right now. We're only, what is it today, the 29th? So we're about a week away from that full moon still, but I can just feel that in myself. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with doing these videos. I feel a lot less awkward. Like if you go back and watch my first ones in November, I'm way more awkward. I curled my hair really big and now I'm just more comfortable now. And I feel like this full moon is a really good time for us Leos to work on that level of confidence and comfort with our self-expression and just doing the thing and putting ourselves out there. New moon energy that happens right after we enter Pisces season. So we'll enter Pisces season on the 19th. And then our new moon is at 1 degree Pisces. So again, the area that this hits for the Leo horoscope chart has a lot to do with good time to set intentions around your finances on a bigger level, not just a personal level, but your loans, like your shared resources, things like that. And also your close relationship to your partner sexually, things like that. This area also represents our relationship to transformation within ourselves. So the death and rebirth cycle and our relationship with death and our relationship with rebirth. And so that's a big theme for us with the new moon. And so if you've been feeling like you're ready to shed a big part of yourself, Leo, and step into this new place, that's very supported with where the new moon is happening in this chart. That is your breakdown for the month of February. I'm excited for February. I feel like it's going to be a much better month than the last few months that we've had. And I'm just ready to kind of harness some more positive energy that's in the air. So good luck, and I will see you next month.